और कृष्ण सुंदर Everybody have a chanting bag? Who gets the bag of chanting bag? It's in the temple. So in one pen. नमाम विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण कृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna ये कटर कोई ओके small keep that जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गिरिवर गिरिवर
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha Gopi Vallabha Radhe जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे। जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे। जय राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधे। जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे। जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे। जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे। जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे। जय कृष्णा जय कृष्णा जय कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा। जय जगन्नाथ जगन्नाथ बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भाव तुम्हें। निताय गौरांगो निताय गौरांगो निताय गौरांगो गौर हरि। जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि। पतिता पवाना पतिता पवाना पतिता पवाना गौर हरि। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव। निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। हरि बोल। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। जय संकट हरण हनुमान जी की जय। श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। It's not on. It's on. Getting on. I don't know. Current चला गया क्या? Power is not coming. Off చేశారా? Yes. Hare Krishna. So we can get started. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjanashkaya Chakshurom Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayan Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Everybody little louder. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namah Pankajanabhaya Namah Pankajamaline Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre Namo Mahabadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya Gau Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagadhitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswatdeve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिमित्कृपः तमां वन्दे श्रीगुरुदिनतारिणं श्री परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम् ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष सभ्याभ्यन्तरं शुचे श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु हरे राम प्रभु no need for claps this prashad I'm getting a reaction. So every single thing we do in spirituality, there is a deep meaning behind it. Why do we do the kirtan before we start the program? Once one devotee came and asked me, Prabhu, first half an hour you just take for nothing and then you start the class, right? But it's very important to understand that that half an hour actually gives us the permission for the class, the empowerment for the class, and also our understanding for the class. See, when you enter a school, you don't jump into the school directly, right? You open the gate. Then you go and ask permission which class you want to go, right? And the authorities allow you to get into the school. In the same way, the knowledge that we are discussing is not something manufactured by me, you, or anybody ordinary. And in order to understand that knowledge, our 200 grams brain matter in our head is not enough. That can only understand some IIT, IIM things. It cannot understand spiritual matters. For that to be understood, we need permission and mercy of gurus and of God. So why we do what we do? Number one, we chant these mantras and each mantra has a deep meaning. It's not like some random mantras I liked and I kept it there. It's not my choice, right? Because we have been doing it repeatedly, I thought it's very important to understand why we do what we do. Why we do chanting in the beginning? Because we want to cleanse our consciousness. We have been chanting in kirtan mainly because we have spent our entire week with so many materialistic thoughts, so many conflicts we might have had, so many disagreements, so many distractions. Now when we have come here, suddenly your mind will not be tuned to this. It will still keep pushing you towards all those other navigations or activities. So for us to come out of it, we chant the mantra, and while we are chanting the mantra, we pray to Krishna that please give me that attention and absorption so that I can hear your katha, and actually the katha will reach from my ears to my head and to finally to my heart. And when it reaches our heart, the transformation happens, right? So spirituality is a very, very practical, and very nicely structured activity. That's okay. Let them keep flying. Varunadev wants it to be like this, let it be like this. That's okay. As long as they don't fall on you. Yeah. So some of these mantras, like this mantra that we chant, Om Gyan Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakya Chakshuro Militamena Tasmai Shri Guravena. What does it mean? It means I have taken birth in the ignorance. I have taken birth in the darkness. So if I have taken birth in the darkness, I don't know what is light. It's like all of us inside our mother's womb. We don't know what is light until we came out. And Guru is the one who pulls you out of that womb and shows you the light. Right? To that Guru, I am paying my humble obeisances. And who is that Guru? Srila Prabhupada for us. And in God, in Brahma Madhva God Surum Parampara, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Guru Parampara, which is part of Madhva Sampradaya. We are 4 Sampradayas. So here the knowledge is being propagated and coming from the Acharyas. So we take permission. And every single line, Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam, it is Lord Chaitanya's wish that this had to be propagated. So in your Bhagavad Gita, there is a whole translation for this. So I humbly request you to read the translation. So when you're chanting these mantras, you will find some meaning behind it. It's not like we're just chanting some mantra that doesn't have any meaning behind it, right? Hey Krishna Karuna Sindho Deena Bandho Jagatpate. You are the greatest Karunamai. You give your mercy to the Deena Bandhu. Deena means the most useless people, the most less intelligent people, the most fallen people. To them you are lifting them up and giving the highest knowledge. Gopeshika Gopika Kanta. Yeah. So like that in every mantra, and one of the mantras, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo. This is a very important mantra among all. Here you are saying that devotees are like, Krishna's devotees are like desire fulfilling trees. Kalpa. Right? So in their shelter, all my sins will be removed. So I take shelter of those Vaishnavas and I bow down to the Vaishnavas before even I start the discourse. Right? And I'll not go through all the mantras, but one of the mantras like Namam Vishnu Padaya here in the second in the last para, Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Now, who is giving this knowledge? Through whom it is coming? Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada. His name is Bhakti Vedanta Swami. So Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale, one who has taken shelter of Vishnu Pada, right? And who is establishing Krishna consciousness throughout the world, Bhutale. That Bhakti Vedanta Swami, I offer my pranam. Namaste Saraswat Deve Gauravani Pracharine. Who is Saraswat Deve? His Guru. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. His Guru. Prabhupada's Guru. Bhaktivedanta Swami's Guru. So to him I am offering my obeisances. And what is his instruction? Srimate Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. Nirvishesha, meaning there is no explanation about God. Shunyavadi, there is no God. So there are two kinds of fools sitting in the world. People who think there is no God. People who think that God doesn't have any form or qualities or anything. God is like Nirakar, Nirbrahman. To such people, I am instructing you to go to the foreign countries, preach this knowledge and bring back that knowledge to India. Paschatya Deshatarine, meaning Paschatya Desh means foreign countries. Because Indians only see white skin. And that is what has taken us over before independence. We still are, what do you call that? Skin diseased. As soon as you see white skin, you'll feel, this fellow is more intelligent. So what Prabhupada did, he went to white skin. He brought the white skin here and told, now read Bhagavad Gita. Prabhuji, I'm now read. That is the situation. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Skin diseased. So that's what Prabhupada did, right? I'm sorry if it's too heavy, but that's what our Acharya did. These people only listen when foreign people will come and tell. And how foreign people took up Krishna consciousness? Unbelievably, they took up Krishna consciousness. They became Brahmanas. They became sannyasis. And they follow with such a staunch conviction. And they dedicate their lives without any permission. They simply say, today morning, I'm dedicating my life to Krishna. That's it. My job, my family, my properties, my parents, my relatives, keep everything aside. In that way, Westerners are very, very independent, and their independence was properly utilized in Krishna consciousness. I'm not saying that's a great thing, but that is something that helped them. Then finally, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. If I speak about that, I'll take 1 hour, so I'll not get too much into it. But here is Lord Shri Krishna who appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Lord Balaram who appeared as Nityananda Prabhu. Swayam Sankarshan appeared as Advaita Acharya. Swayam Radharani came in the mood of Gadadhar Pandit, and Narad Muni, the devotee, came in the mood of Srivas Thakur. And together they are giving us the Harinam Sankirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So these are the mantras we chant, and then we start the class. Anywhere, period, no matter what happens. Let the class be 5 minutes, but the mantra should not be compromised. Because if we are not chanting these mantras, we are not authorized to discuss that subject, right? So we are taking permission. So I hope you all had a good Ram Navami, and then followed by Hanuman Jayanti, right? So we were discussing about this, and in between last week we stopped in between, and then we went for the procession of getting Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman deities. Hopefully soon there will be a much better facility here where we don't have to fix all these things every week, and we'll have, and we have to bring that facility. It will not come. We are the ones who have to make it, right? Okay. So this is one of the most important topic, as I told last week, the three modes of material nature. Lot of people don't they think they understand Bhagavad Gita. I told this last week also, but they cannot understand Bhagavad Gita unless they understand the three modes of material nature. And three modes of material nature deals with us. It's not some foreign object. It's us. Right now, you sitting here are in a certain mode. Right now, you are sitting in which mode? Good, bad, passion, ignorance, what you are? Huh? You believe it? You are in good mode? Yes? So, does good mode exist? Does good mode exist? Bad mode exist? It exists, right? Yeah. So, some things have to be felt. I'm in good mood right now. I'm in bad mood right now. It exists. You can't touch a mood. Can you touch the mood? Prabhu, can I touch your mood? He'll get into bad mood. So point is, you can't touch some things, but they exist. And you can feel it. Some person comes here. Hey, what are you doing here? Nonsense, disturbance. You all should get up from here and go. What mode is in? Tamoguna. Mode of ignorance. Isn't it? One fellow, where is the Prashad? Without Prashad, you're starting the class. I don't understand. Without Prashad, how to do it. What mode is in? Passion. Mere ko kya milega? Right? That is the most important. And somebody comes, Prabhuji, I really enjoy this class in the morning. This is the most important time of my week. This is where I want to sit down and listen and spend my week. What mode is in? Huh? Mode of goodness. Prabhuji, I think I understood. I want to dedicate my life for this. I want to go back to Krishna. There is nothing more important for me. Every activity, every penny, every drop of blood in my body is for Krishna. What mode is it? Bhakti, Shuddha Sattva. Right? So you can simply see around you how we react, how we are choosing, making our choices, and we know where we are. We don't need to judge anybody. This suddenly, but you can say that Prabhuji in Shuddha Sattva in the morning, suddenly in the afternoon he comes into Rajo. Evening he goes into Tamo. That is also possible. Right? See, the greatest person is the one who continues to be in that mode. What we do is we try to increase that mode, right? We try to increase the choice throughout the day. And then we stay in that mode forever. Right? So here Lord Krishna is talking about material nature consists of these three modes. So how Durga is holding all of us, how the three, we are all, actually all our arms are right now tied with ropes, but can't see that. We can't see that. That is the beauty of being in a jail. See, if you put somebody in a jail, he'll see the bars, he'll like this, he'll stand like that. South Indian hero. I'll break the bars, I'll come outside. If you see that movies, right? But you can see the bars. But the jail here is so beautiful, you can't even see the bars. You can't even see the bars. Right? Now, how is he binding you in the bars? How is he binding you in the bars? How do the bars exist? Somebody says, Prabhuji, aap aise bol rahe, I don't believe the bars exist. How many like ice cream here? Lift your hand. If ice cream bandi comes here, will you go or take or not? So you're bound by ice cream. You're bound by ice cream, right? We're all sitting here and nicely discussing about it. A small, nice, cute child comes here and immediately goes. Immediately all mata finish. What happened? That beautiful child, another bar came. Right? You're attracted to the beautiful child. Or a gorgeous looking woman will just come and sit in somewhere there. All the men will sit. What has happened? Lust. Lust is another big bar. Right? Whether they agree or not, these are all existing. They're very much there. But we can't see. This is the way Durga holds all of us. She throws a choice in front of us, looking at the mode in which we are. If you are in mode of passion, she'll throw a passionate movie in front of us. What is that? KGB. Huh? KGF Part 2. Chapter 2, see? Isn't it? For a passionate fellow, that is enough. He'll see the trailer, immediately done. He'll go see the movie. Who do you think sent KGF? Who is the director? Durga. Of course, you're not getting the point. Durga is the director. Who is the director of RRR? Durga. The intelligent person will understand who is making all these things. Kaun bana raha hai sab kuch? Durga is making everything. Material nature is making everything. You want to catch that fellow, you can catch it. He's chanting in rounds. Chalo, let's go to RRR. Chalo, niche rakho. Baad mein dekhenge. Who pulled him there? Durga. Right? Durga. Difficult to escape. You can't escape this material world. You will determine, today I will go and attend the class, I'll pay full attention. One friend will call, hey, chalna re, we'll meet some people. Let's go. Right? So who sent that friend? Durga. Don't think it is all happening, without a plan. Everything is happening. We will be we will be tested. Let me put it like that. So what is Durga doing? She's testing us. See, problem with Krishna is he's so humble and he's so pure and he's so merciful that as soon as we chant Krishna, immediately Krishna will say, yentra. Some boy is calling for me. Immediately he wants to see. But Durga in between knows this Leelanand Das is an idiot. This fellow is not a devotee. So Durga is between me and Krishna. She is making sure that Krishna is not disturbed by people like me. She immediately creates a layer saying that she'll test me. Is he really shouting? Or is he really praying? Or is he really a devotee or not? She'll test. Is it a good thing to do? Maya adhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. Hetunanena kaunteya jagad viparivartate. Prakriti, according to my order, she is functioning. Maya adhyakshena prakriti. Right? According to my order, Durga is functioning. So Krishna is, and Durga's job is to make sure anybody who shouts, immediately she'll cover it. Krishna, the voice will not go to Krishna. Krishna will not be disturbed because Krishna doesn't need to be disturbed. He wants to be, but we can disturb Krishna. And Durga covers it through the material world. Are you all following? And how does she hold all of us? Through the three modes of material nature. As soon as Krishna, 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 immediately some diversion will come. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Finish. She's taking care. Durga is saying, this fellow is not a devotee. Why are you disturbing him? Unnecessarily you're disturbing him, isn't it? So she'll test me and she'll keep me there. So when we advance, we get more tests. Devotees get more tests. Devotees will get more diseases. Devotees will get more financial problems. Devotees will get more problems. Is it a bad news or a good news? It's a good news. Because Durga is testing us, passing us one by one, one by one, one by one. And finally, when Durga says that this fellow is not stopping to chant in spite of all problems, in spite of all financial problems, all health problems, all family problems, all company problems, all relationship problems, he's still not chanting. Then Durga will say, okay, let me open that layer. Now you chant. Hare Krishna. Then Krishna will sit down. I heard my devotee. Right? Then he'll come and pick up. Problems come, good. We have to face that and we have to continue chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Did Hanumanji stop because of problems? Did Hanumanji have problems? Many problems he had. His tail was burnt. How many of our tails is burnt? So you don't have a tail. Right? But anyway, point is we should be ready to burn ourselves for Krishna. Then Durga will open that. Then these three modes of material nature will not apply. They will simply surpass us. We'll simply surpass the three modes and go up. Repeat after me. Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna Amananiya Manadena Kirtanaya Sadahari. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swayam Krishna, when he came, he told this mantra. How your voice will reach me? How your prayer will reach me? When it reaches Trinadapi Sunichena, humbler than the blade of grass. When your heart will become humbler than a blade of grass, right? Meaning somebody steps on you, what does the grass do? Does it immediately poke him back? It just bends, right? Trinadapi Sunichena. Tarorapi Sahishnana. Tarora means tree. More tolerant than a tree. You throw a big stone on the tree, what will it give back? It will throw back a stone? Fruit it will give. Eat. You cut the tree, it will be okay. Cut it, no problem. Tolerant, patience. Trinadapi Sunichena, humbler than a blade of grass. Tarorapi Sahishnana, more tolerant than a tree. Amananiya Manadena, this is even tougher. Respect everybody. Respect everybody is very difficult, right? Respect everybody. Everybody, whether he is atheist, whether he is a devotee, whether he is, see part of God in him. Respect everybody. And now next one is even difficult. Manadena. Don't expect any respect. He will not give you any respect. Nobody will give any respect. And a person who is humbler than the blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, respects everybody and doesn't expect any respect in return, such person, when he chants Harinam, that will directly go to Krishna. Durga will simply clear it. She'll immediately go. Let the voice go. Right? Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi seshtuna, amananiya manadina, kirtanaya sadahari. Why a lot of people who chant for 30 years, 40 years, but they don't get devotion? They're simply chanting, they're simply doing dance, simply bhajans. Because their heart has not changed. They have not become humbler than blade of grass. They have not become more tolerant than a tree. They're not respecting everybody. They're commenting on people. And they're expecting respect. See me, look at me. See how great I am. Then your chanting will not go to Kirtanaya Sadahari. Such person cannot chant Sadahari. Always he cannot chant. He'll only chant for half an hour, then he'll run away. Right? Subha Kirtan, afternoon matinee, matinee morning show. Right? Whatever. Matinee bolte. Matinee, Hare Krishna. Right? Evening drinks, रात में movie, उसके बाद गपशप सो जाओ. What happened to that bhajan in the morning? Will it go to Krishna? Cannot go. It cannot go. You cannot fool Krishna. Lot of people try to fool Krishna. Shakuni tried to fool Krishna in Mahabharata. Kya hua uska? He lifted his hands. Krishna, I can't deal with you. You are one person. He told, what do you call that? Duryodhan, you are the biggest fool. You should have asked for Krishna. You asked for his army. Right? Because if Krishna is on your side, you will definitely win. Because there is nothing that can defeat Krishna. Nobody can cheat Krishna here. You can't cheat. I can't cheat Krishna. See, we can give lecture sitting here on this stage, or sit down there and hear, or chant 100 rounds, 108 rounds, but you can't cheat Krishna. Krishna is here. Technology is here inside. Right? Full virus scanning is happening here. So you can't lie to yourself. Am I really a devotee? Am I being sincere? Am I chanting my rounds? Am I chanting with prayer? All that Krishna knows. So we can't judge anybody also. You can't simply condemn. Somebody might be laughing and chanting and walking. You can't say, he is not concentrating. No, he might be concentrating. You can't judge because Krishna inside knows. Right? So the three modes of material nature, this topic applies for people who want to live in this material world and understand this material world, the way it functions. But the person who wants to go out of this material world, go back to Krishna, this is an irrelevant subject. But it's good to know. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains all these three modes for different activities, right? Explanation on the three modes. Yeah. So sometimes people, from goodness, what comes? Good knowledge comes. From mode of passion, greed comes. From mode of ignorance, foolishness comes. Krishna is explaining. Yeah. So different characteristics we already discussed. In mode of ignorance, people behave foolishly. Mode of passion, they are very much, uncontrollably, they work. They want a lot of profits. They work day and night. Too much endeavor for simple mundane things. Right? Mode of goodness, they're relatively pure. They don't commit sinful activities. And mode of pure goodness, they're always constantly in devotion, right, towards God. Like that, Krishna explains, like a worker. I don't know where we stopped last week, but in mode of ignorance, a worker disregards the spiritual injunctions. For example, a butcher sitting in a butcher shop. Is he working? He's working. Is he working for his family? He is working. But is he following the scriptural injunctions? He's not. Scriptures say that there is a circumstance in which you can kill. There is a circumstance in which you can kill. It's not like, I'm in a good mood, I'll go and kill everybody. It's not right, right? Huh? See, there is a dhania plant. A dhania plant. When you need dhania, you should pull that dhania out, isn't it? Not like, there are plants, so I'll go and remove and throw the dhanias everywhere. Sorry, I have to take this 1 minute. Hello? In class, important. So, for example, you're going out with apple, with a friend and a goat. You're just going out somewhere, you're walking there in the mountains, right? There is apple, there is a friend, and there is a goat. You felt hungry. What will you eat? Spontaneously, it should be any sane person will not eat his friend. Isn't it? Eating friend means is a cannibal. Completely horrible fellow. Isn't it? And what is the endeavor you will take to kill the goat? You have to kill it, you have to cook it, you have to do all that. Isn't it? Better choice than that is apple. You have an apple. Le lo, kha lo, khatam. Your hunger is gone. But if somebody brutally kills his friend and eats, can't even imagine. That fellow is definitely in mode of ignorance, isn't it? Definitely in mode of ignorance. And just for his taste buds, he kills the goat and eats that. He's definitely in mode of passion and ignorance. But if he eats that apple, he's in mode of goodness. But if he offers that apple also to God, saying that, Krishna, this apple you have given me, right? Please accept this as my little offering and then I will have it. He's in pure goodness, bhakti. In everything we can see that. In everything we can see that. See, Vedic scriptures are not against eating meat. They're not against, but they're telling you when. What is the circumstance? If you want to practice bhakti, some things are not good for you. People think that, the moment people talk about religion, they say, no, ye khana band karo, wo khana band karo, ye pina band karo, ye jana band karo. No, we're not saying all of that. We are saying according to your goal, you should lead a lifestyle according to your goal. As simple as that. Right? You have to lead a lifestyle according to your goal. How many agree with this point? You have to lead a lifestyle according to your goal. If your goal is spirituality, then you should not do activities which will make you more bodily conscious. Isn't it? Your eating should become very simple. Your dress should become very simple. Right? Your bodily activity should decrease. Your spiritual activity should increase. How many agree with this? Simple. Huh? Your lifestyle should be according to your goal. So if you have a lifestyle, that you want to become purely materialistic, then you will obviously want good dress, good car, good house, good, you'll focus more on that. Let me tell you. You can have a good house being a spiritual also, but you'll not focus on that only. That's not my end of it. Right? So according to that, people in the mode of ignorance, they do activities, and for them there are some scriptures which allow certain things. For example, there is a Purana called Markandeya Purana. In Markandeya Purana, it says that it allows you to eat meat. There is conditions in that. So Markandeya Purana says, if you want to eat meat, then there are 7 conditions. 7 conditions you have to pass. Very simple. You can eat meat. 7 conditions you have to pass. First condition, you should have nothing else to eat. Now we're all sitting here. Do we have anything else to eat here? Leaves you can eat. Right? Sometime prasad will come. We can eat that. So the first condition we have not passed. So what is the first condition? Nothing else to eat. Nothing else. You have no other chara. You only have that choice. You have nothing else. Okay. What is the next condition? If you have to eat meat, you only have to eat a goat. Next condition. Only goat. Is there a goat here? Can anybody get up and see? There is no goat here. So you have to find a goat now. So that fellow has to make an endeavor. He has to walk till Narsingi and try to find a goat. Is there a goat here? Goat, the goat, the goat. In between, what will happen? So he'll find some other thing to eat. He'll drop that idea. Simple, na? He'll drop that idea. Buy to go and find a goat. Let me have something. Okay. I'll tell that answer. Now, next. Okay, you have to eat a goat. Can I eat that goat wherever I find the goat immediately? No. You have to take that goat to a Chandi temple or a Kali temple. Now, where in Gachibowli is Kali temple? You tell me. You found a goat. Now you take that goat to Kali temple. किधर है Kali temple यहाँ पे? Google map डालना पड़ेगा, देखना पड़ेगा. You have to go till there. है कि नहीं? So in between that, somebody will bring a ice cream. Finish. No, bro, चलो goat को छोड़ो, Kali temple छोड़ो. I'll eat the ice cream. Isn't it? Next. 4th condition. It only has to be an Amavasya day. Amma. How many days Amavasya comes? Once in a month, 30 days. That means I want to eat meat today means when can I eat meat? When is the next Amavasya? Next month, sometime, right? So in between, my friend will send me one nice motichur laddu. Finish. Okay, I have another choice. I don't have to kill the goat. I don't have to go to Kali temple. I found the Kali temple. I found the goat also. Now, hey, why? I'll eat motichur laddu. Right? During that time, you'll get some other choice. Okay, it's Amavasya day. You're hungry. You have nothing else to eat. You have the goat. You have the Kali temple. Now what? It's not like you can go ahead and eat. You have to cut it yourself. You can't ask anybody else. Prabhuji, some people, oh, such gory thing. Oh, I can't see the blood. Ayyo, inta papam, the blood. I can't see blood. But mutton biryani comes, amma, acha, acha hai. Kebab, oh, mutton kebab, बहुत अच्छा है. काटने को नहीं 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 मैं नहीं काटेगा. वो दुख होता है धर्म में. क्यों होता है दुख? That is hypocrisy. You want to eat, you cut, na? Cut. You want to eat? Cut. Cut its throat. And, ठीक है, I'll cut. I'm very hungry, I'll cut. Sixth condition. You have to cut it in a certain way. How? You have to cut its nerve, the main nerve through which the blood is drained out. The entire blood should go out. Cut it very little, and the entire blood should go out. It should become bloodless, and it should die. Slow death, painless death. Blood is going. It is chakkar aa raha hai. It will fall, finish, it will die. Right? So these many conditions there. And then you can cut and eat. How many have patience for all this? Nobody has patience for all this. But ordering on what is that? Yamadharmaraj app? No? Huh? Swiggy, Tomato, Zomato, Mastan.com. That Sneha fellow, though, he is going to burn in ashes. I don't know what Yamadharmaraj do with that Sneha. Because they're not supposed to be like that. See, scripture is saying you can do it, but there are conditions. I'll tell you one amazing thing. Same thing is copied in Islam from Markandeya Puran. Same thing. There are 7 conditions for any Muslim to eat meat. There should be nothing else to eat. He can only eat a goat. It can be on a certain day of a month. He has to take that goat to a masjid. He has to kill that goat according to a procedure. There is a procedure to sever its neck. And he has to make 7 pieces. He has to make the goat into 7 pieces. He can only take 1 piece home. Why that? Why 7 pieces? On Bakri, if you see they distribute meat. You see that? They'll cut it. They'll not take the whole thing. They'll give one part. You take. Why? Because somebody else might have got the boat to masjid and he's going to kill and said, no, you don't kill. I've already done. So you take this piece. Be happy. Leave that goat. Over, na? There also they are stopping. That you don't have to do it. And by the way, I forgot the 7th condition in Markandeya Puran. The 7th condition, finally when you have to cut, you have to say a mantra. And a lot of people don't know that there is a mantra. They think that's a word. Can you all say that mantra? Mamsa. Mamsam. Right? We say mamsam. Mamsa. What is the meaning of mamsa? Mam, me, sa, kill. Next life, you can kill me. This life, I'm sorry. I have no other choice but to eat you. In next life, you can kill me. And then you mamsa, cut. And then you can eat. And in Islam, when you finally follow all the seven procedures of finally cutting it, that meat is called halal. And we don't follow any of the 7 procedures, that is called haram. Haram meat. What they have done now? Why to speak of them? Us also. Shop laga diya. Halal meat available here. कौन काटा? किस लिए काटा? 7 condition follow किया? नहीं किया. Everything is haram.
What if the person is in a desert and there is no temple and only his human is what are there? Then he will die there, right?
He can eat. So there are some conditions given that a warrior when he's so brutally beaten up that he is literally vomiting blood, he has to reach the destination, is crawling on the floor, he can eat. He finds the animal, he can eat. But still he has to chant that mantra. What is that mantra? Right? Everything we are responsible. We can't use anything without responsibility. Right? So we should understand. See, science of God applies to Reddis also, Kammas, Tummas, Chowdhuris, right? Singh, Khurana, Qureshi, Mishra, Kapoor, और कितने लोग हैं? चतुर्वेदी. Everybody, ultimately karma applies. I can't say I'm in Reddy family. मेरे को नहीं लगेगा karma. तेरे को भी लगेगा. Mamsa will also work on you also, right? So I'm a Brahmin. I'm a this. I'm a that. Arey Baba, it's your choice. It's your choice. When I actually in my life when I understood this thing, then I actually understood. Yeah, that is true. Everything is universal. It can't be for one family, right? It can't be for one community, not community. It applies to everybody. So the modes of material nature, the topic applies to everybody. It's a very heavy subject. I know a lot of people. पेट पे मत मारो. प्रभु रिलीजन दो, बात करो, मंत्र बोलो, घुमाओ, अगरबत्ती घुमाओ, पेट पे मत मारो. पेट पे मारेगा, अगले संडे नहीं आएगा. मत आओ. अगले जन्म में आओगे यहाँ पे. मैं सुना नहीं. Right? All these animals, yeah, we will become. Very clearly, Lord Krishna says, if you leave your body in the mode of ignorance, you will take birth in animal kingdom. Everything happens. There are many stories. But there is, in order to propagate certain religions, they have removed that concept wantedly, written scriptures wantedly, where they have told that human birth will only take human birth. If there is Christianity says there is no reincarnation only. You will never, there is no next life. And Islam says if there is next life, you will be human only. You cannot become an animal. Because they want to legalize. See, everybody has used scriptures according to their convenience. As simple as that. Even Hindus, why to speak about other religions? Even Hindus have conveniently used it according to their own agenda. But modes of material nature will not change. Durga is not going to keep quiet. You can do whatever nonsense you want to do. In that court, there is only one law. And that law is given in Bhagavad Gita, in our Puranas. Are we all clear on this? Yeah. We have to take full responsibility of our actions. So if that's why Sadhu sees somebody eating meat, he will not stop. But he'll tell him, Mamsa, your choice. Still also he continues, okay, your choice. You want to come back like that animal for some more time? Come back. But I'm intelligent. I don't want to do that. Krishna, I don't want to go around 84 lakh species. I want to go back. I want to finish this cycle of birth and death. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, Dukkha, Doshanu, Darshanam. I don't want to take birth again. I want to lead a life in such a way that this is my last life. I don't come back. Very intelligent people take this decision. How many people will take the decision? Tell me. You need real intelligence to make the decision. Otherwise, you'll be roaming around here. Isn't it? One flat, one villa, one plot. Where is the villa? Telapur. I don't know why I say that. One Prabhu in our satsang actually bought villa in Telapur. He was hesitant to tell me. Then Guru Prabhu is there. Prabhu, please come. Where? Prabhu, that's okay, Prabhu. You can buy, no problem. But that should not be your goal of life. That is not the goal of life. That's the whole process. Spirituality doesn't mean we give up material things. No, we use them in Krishna's service. Right? A devotees also go and buy, houses. They also buy villas. But what do they see in that when they're buying? What do they see? Hall kitna bada hai? Simple. Hall kitna bada hai? How many people can sit in this? 50, 100, 150? Guzed ke? 200? Yes, I'll buy this house. I'll tell you one Mataji, her name is Poonam Mataji, Sri Gopal Prabhu, wonderful family in Madhapur. They live. They had a choice, they had money, they had a choice of buying a big house. They bought a small house. I was like, why did you buy a small? You already have a small house. They have 2 children, they are staying with their parents, joint family. I mean, these days, family staying together is joint family. So parents and son and daughter-in-law and 2 children, 6 people, they have to live in a house. They already are living in a 3-bedroom house behind the Raheja mine space. And I told them, why don't you come this side? You'll find bigger houses, or go a little far away. It is 1500 square feet house. You can go for 1800 or at least 2000. So children also have their rooms. They are all grown up now. They just went and took another 1400 square feet flat. So, Babu, why did you buy another? And that too where? Just beside their house. I asked them, why did you buy another 1400 square feet flat? No, Prabhu, this flat, the layout is a little better than our flat. Prabhuji, but you wanted more space. I said, Prabhuji, the best part is under the basement, there is a 2500 square feet hall, which we can use whenever we want. And Prabhuji, satsang acha karenge. Full hall hai apna. Look at their heart. I was astonished. People are today looking forward to have bigger house and show 100 people how the house looks like. Their focus is only that hall. That hall is coming free. 2500 square feet hall. That means how many people can sit? 200 people can sit. We can have nice festivals there. So it's getting ready now. So maybe we'll have some satsang there also. So people are, that is called Krishna consciousness. You're conscious towards spiritual matters. So a materialistic person can have wealth, he can have everything, but only for Krishna. Arjuna killed crores of people in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Blood was flowing like a river. It is explained. Like a river it was flowing. You can't believe that, right? How many people can stand in this 3 acres of land? कितने लोगों को खड़ा कर सकते हैं इधर? 10,000? 20,000? 1 lakh? Arjuna is to kill minimum 1 crore to 2 crore people a day. Can you imagine? What is Kurukshetra? 1 to 2 crore people a day. That was minimum. In one day, Karna killed more than 20 crore people. 20 crores he killed in one day, Karna. You can't imagine, right? If all the people standing in this 3 acres are cut into 2 pieces, how much blood will come out? It will flow like a river. It will flow like a river. See, we read the scriptures, we think, scriptures, something they are speaking. I don't believe in that. How can I say, how can there be a river of blood? There was river of blood when Kurukshetra was happening. There was river of blood. And in that river of blood, a devotee like Yudhishthir was standing there and crying that because of me, all this is happening. Just because I want to become the king, all this is happening. This river of blood is going in front of me. I don't want this kingdom. He was in depression. Yudhishthir told, I don't want this. After the whole war is over, he said, I don't want to be the king. I don't want to enjoy this kingdom. And what did Krishna do? He brought Bhishma. Bhishma is already on acupuncture bed. Everywhere, right? Literally, it is explained that you can't put your finger in between the arrows. So many arrows were there in Bhishma's body. You can't literally put your finger like this. You can't touch his skin. So many arrows were there. Literally, that means his body was not there. Actually, the body was not there. Only the prana was there because he had that benediction. And he asked Bhishma in that state of affairs to tell Yudhishthir the greatest knowledge that a king should know. Right? Can you imagine? If I ask you to sit on that rock in peak of sun and tell the knowledge the king should know, he said, Prabhuji, kya baat kar rahe Prabhuji? AC में बिठा हुआ है मैं बोलूंगा, है कि नहीं? एक तो stone is poking me, ऊपर से sun is frying me, and telling knowledge that king should know. What was Bhishma's situation? Prabhu, these are all extraordinary characters. Some people just like that ask a question. Bhishma didn't Draupadi from being disrobed. What kind of person Bhishma? Do you know who Bhishma is? Can you do what Bhishma is doing here? With so many arrows under him, he's telling the greatest knowledge. With full consciousness, he's telling it to Yudhishthir. Right? So the point that we are trying to understand here is the 3 modes of material nature applies on everybody. Everybody. There is nobody spared. But the only people who are spared out of it are devotees. And we should become a devotee. We are not a devotee. We should become a devotee. Right? Then the three modes of material nature will not affect us. They'll come on to us, but they'll not affect us. So worker perspective, as I said, he is more attached to the fruits of action. He'll do, but I want the results. I want the results. More focused on the results. But a person in the mode of goodness, is he not focused on the results? He is also focused on the results, but the results are not his goal. If the results are not coming, he'll still continue his duty. Person in the mode of goodness. Mode of passion, if results are not coming, he'll stop the duty. I am not interested. Right? Pure goodness, he'll just do it as an instruction of his guru. Prabhupada traveled to US at the age of 70 in a steamer ship, 3 heart attacks. He was not counting how many will make as devotees. He just went to do his duty. I'll die there. I'll go and die there. But I will do my duty. Once, one person came and asked Prabhupada there in America. They asked, so you have come here to convert us into Hindus? Like that, yes. Prabhupada's simple answer was, I am just a servant of my Guru. I have come here to serve my Guru. Whatever he told, I'm doing. And I'm not come here to convert you people. I have come here to remind you people how to love God. Whether you're a Christian, if you're a Christian, become a better Christian. If you're a Muslim, become a better Muslim. If you're a Hindu, become a better Hindu. Very humble answers. Prabhupada's answers were so humble that people just their hearts were melted. Right? So people in the mode of goodness worship the demigods. People in the mode of passion worship the demons. People in the mode of ignorance worship the ghosts and spirits. Whom you worship, your choice is also according to your consciousness. Some people will worship dead people because they are in the mode of ignorance. You can't go and tell them. वो मर गया हो, फिर भी उसका photo लाके worship करेंगे. And he's not even worshipable. They'll still worship. They'll cook some stories about him. They'll worship him. That is worshipping ghosts and dead people. People in the mode of passion, right? They also worship. So these are verses directly given. I am not writing this for a presentation. You can see the verse number also in Bhagavad Gita. Demons and powerful people, they'll worship KCR. They'll worship, what is that? Some political leaders. They'll worship them. Jagan, they'll worship Jagan. Right? They'll worship Rahul Gandhi. Can you imagine? Right? They'll worship Narendra Modi. Yeah, they'll worship. Mode of people, they'll worship. Okay. Is it wrong? Am I saying worship? No, you don't need to do. You don't need to worship Narendra Modi. You can see what principles is following, what is his goal. You can try to follow the goal. But they worship powerful people is what I'm trying to tell. People in mode of passion, they choose powerful people. They're very, very objective. As soon as they go to office, they'll worship the boss. Worship boss as boss. Maskagiri bolte hai na. We tell Maskagiri, that is all I'm telling it as worship. Right? They're always behind powerful people to get their ulterior motives. Mode of goodness, they worship the Devatas. Impersonal Brahman. Why the Devatas? You are giving me sunlight, I'm doing Surya Namaskar. You are giving me moonlight, I'm doing Moon Namaskar. You are giving me water, I'm doing Varna Puja. You are giving me this thing, I'm doing that. So they are always doing business with demigods. But they are always grateful and thankful. That is one way of living. That is one way of living. There's nothing wrong in that. It's approved. The scriptures is approved that you can worship, you should worship Devatas. But don't exploit Devatas. Don't go to Lakshmi Dev and say, thoda jada de do, thoda jada chahiye, thoda jada chahiye. Neek ichchina, na kekko gal, na kekko gal. I want more, me jada chahiye. Don't do that. Right? Mode of pure goodness, they don't worship specifically the Devatas, they worship the person whom Devatas are worshipping, which is Supreme Person, Lord Shri Krishna. When you are worshipping the Supreme Person, you don't go and disturb the Devatas. Devatas will continue to give what they're supposed to give, and you're very grateful to them, and you say that, Krishna, now I am going to use my life to come back to you. And all Devatas are happy that these fellows are going back to Krishna. Our job is decreasing. Yeah. Sacrifice. What do they offer in worship? People in the mode of ignorance perform faithlessly Defiance of spiritual injunctions with no spiritual food distributed, no hymns chanted, and no remuneration paid to the priests. They have no respect for Brahmanas. How many people touch the Brahmana feet with devotion after the yajna is over? You should do that. With devotion, not like, और अब आजकल तो बहुत क्या रिमोट हो गया, ऐसे कार में जा रहे टेम्पल, అది ఏం డివోషన్ అర్థం क्या कर रहे हो? Huh? So that should go properly offer obeisances, right? There is a procedure. So give remuneration to the priest. Nicely give. Don't make him sit for 2 hours and do the whole yajna and then remove that famous note, 10 rupees. How much are you earning? 2 lakhs. What are you removing? Famous note. What is it? 10 rupees. You would say, I'm done. Ho gaya. Arre, de re Baba. Bhagwan is giving you so much. Give something. You'll be relieved. You'll sleep peacefully. So people in the mode of ignorance, they don't pay properly the priests. They don't follow any spiritual injunctions. They will do their yajna accordingly. They'll wear tracksuit and sit in Satyanavratam. Karo. No proper respect to the place, the priest, the god, the mantras, nothing. While the Vratam is going on, they will talk to their friends. What to speak of them? Brahmana is talking to their friends. What will come out of that? Subtle satisfaction that I have done something. I've told you that iPad Vratam, right? Last week. Ignorance. People in the mode of passion perform proudly for the sake of some middleman. I am doing Chandi Homam. They'll declare, put in the papers. Whole world should know I am doing this. Right? On one side, Chandi Homam. On one side, what is that? Patkama Puja. On the other side, giving bulls for butchers. On Sankranti, what do? You worship bulls. Right? And after the Sankranti day, what this fellow will do? He'll issue a government order that bulls can be killed. Don't kill cows. You can eat bulls. These are the mode of people in mode of ignorance and passion. I'm telling you, we are very fortunate that we have live examples around us. If you only have the vision to see, you'll understand this chapter very clearly. First of all, again, I told you have to see internally. Goal is not to see outside, but to see inside. What mode I am in? What mode is affecting me? People in the mode of goodness performed according to duty, as a duty, according to scriptural injunctions, and with no expectation of reward. They'll do it perfectly, nicely. They'll ask the Brahmana, sir, what all I should bring? Is this all things enough? Am I doing it correctly? At the right time? Muhurta. Muhurta. In registered marriage, is there a Muhurta? When that fellow opens office, that is Muhurta. No. But marriage means on a Muhurta, at a particular time. There is, for everything, there is you see that I want to do it correctly, perfectly, without any disturbance, and you should give maximum benefit. Why do we see Muhurta? So the benefit comes properly. It's important. But the person who does bhakti, there is no Muhurta. Every Muhurta is Shubha Muhurta. You want to surrender to Krishna, every Muhurta is right. But still, because we are not at that level, we see Muhurta. So don't go out of this. Prabhuji told no Muhurta. No. First become a devotee. Then we'll get into a situation of no Muhurta. Right? But for pure devotees, there is no Muhurta. Yeah. See this, whatever I'm telling, I'm showing the slokas 17.11, 17.12, 17.13. So if you're sitting under a tree hearing a lecture, ask, what sloka number are you speaking, Prabhu? Where are you speaking from? Very important. That way you'll not get cheated. You'll never get cheated. If you ask for the scriptural reference. If you don't ask scriptural reference, even I can have a topi, big daddy or no daddy, or I can nicely make followers. I'll get Padma Vibhushan also for speaking nonsense. Right? You can do that. But ask the scripture number, shloka number, nahi malum. Kahan se baat kar raha? Nahi malum. Is he speaking good? I'm speaking good. Is that for everybody is good? I don't know. Right? follow what you preach. And first try to become a servant before becoming a guru. Who is a perfect guru? Who is a perfect servant? When you're a perfect follower, then you can be a perfect leader. You can't be a perfect leader without being a proper follower. And our Vedic scriptures explain Guru means servant of a guru. Right? And he has to follow scripture. We don't want to know what you all don't want to know what I am going to tell you. You want to know what Krishna is telling. Is that true? If I send a message saying Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you. No, please, Hare Krishna, thank you. You told me already. Yeah. If possible, come for Prasad. Yes, Hare Krishna. Yeah. None of you are interested to know what I am going to speak. Come on. At least don't become interested. Some idiot is sitting under a tree and speaking something. Don't go there. But if you're speaking from scripture, go there. Are you all following what I'm saying? We don't need fake gurus. We need a guru who will teach from scripture. Open the book, tell the shloka number, tell what God is telling. Tell what God is telling. We don't want to know what you are telling. Somebody is going through a frustrated relationship, marriage relationship. He will tell everything according to his convenience. Is that not true? Is that Bhagavad Gita? That's husband Gita or wife Gita, not Bhagavad Gita. Isn't it? Today we are hearing so many Gitas according to what they want to tell. We don't want to know what you want to tell. We want to hear what God wants to tell. Right? So a person who is in pure goodness, he will perform sacrifice according to what Krishna says, not according to his own whimsical. Is food related to three modes? Yes, food is also related to three modes. People in the mode of ignorance, what do they eat? Tasteless. Tasteless food. Right? Stale, putrid, decomposed, unclean, cooked more than 3 hours before being eaten. People in the mode of ignorance, what do they eat? You know, if you remove fridge out of your life, you'll live at least 20 years more. And I have the biggest fridge on the planet in my house. I call it Basvataratham fridge. Yeah, cancer fridge. Yeah. How many rooms do I have in my house? 3 bedrooms, 1 hall, front room, 3 bathrooms, and fridge. You can also go inside and come outside. So many things I can keep inside. But is that good? Stale food, putrid. It's not good. Not good for health. But still we keep it. Right? Yeah. Remnants of meals of others. We should never eat jhuta. उसके प्लेट में से उठाया प्रभु जी ले लिया नहीं never no only wife can take from husband's plate. Shastra allows. Nobody else. Even your children should not take from your plate. I mean, that becomes contaminated. That's not the purity level. I mean, in Kali Yuga, it's very difficult to explain all this. You know, in Satya Yuga, people will understand. No, it's very difficult. You should not eat jhuta. Right? But in Jagannath Puri, you can eat. Jagannath is allowing. That's a different equation. Meat, fish, eggs, liquor, mushrooms, onion, garlic, they all come under mode of ignorance. प्रभु वही ऑनियन गार्लिक ने क्या बिगाड़ा प्रभु जी अच्छा तो है. There are many reasons. I'll send a lecture to all of you by His Grace Amarendra Prabhu. I'll send the link. 1 hour lecture you can hear. Scientifically he explains, spiritually he explains. Both the ways he explains why onion garlic is not good. I'll tell one reason. Even now, people who pilots 2 hours before their flight, they're not supposed to eat onion and garlic. How many of you know that? Because their ability to make sharp decisions is decreased. Meaning sharp, immediate, quick decisions, their ability decrease. According to what you eat, you become. See, if you all eat 8 o'clock here, if I serve you sambar rice with papad and then I give you lecture, what will happen to all of you? Isn't it? According to what you eat, your situation will be like that. Is that true? Same way, if you eat onion and garlic, there are some things you cannot do. You cannot remember mantras. And there is a spiritual reason which I'll not discuss now. I'll send that. Is that okay if I send the lecture link? You can hear it? Somebody remind me if I don't. Okay, write in the group, I'll send it. Mode of passion. too bitter, too sour, too salty, pungent, rich, dry, hot. It causes pain, distress, and disease. If you eat too hot, what will happen? It will cause disease. You eat like बहुत karam. Karam को क्या बोलते हैं English में? Bitter, too spicy. I have a devotee friend, his wife, Sirsha Mate, she says, she and her sister will go to vegetable market, they'll eat the chili. Waste chili. Pav kg chili they'll eat and they'll purchase 1 kg. Just to make sure it's enough bitter. Guntur, Nellur, if you go there, people are like dragons. Itta mirchi, fire will come out. Like that they eat. Unbelievable bitterness. My God, mode of passion. Too hot. I want very hot. When 3 ladies are speaking, one lady says, I make such a hot tea. My husband really loves me for making hot tea. Another wife says, I literally make the tea and pour in his mouth. Hot. Third wife says, I make him sit on the stove, open his mouth, put chai pata, and do then burn the fire below. Directly produce tea and drink. People want hot. Garam. Mode of passion. Passionate people like that. People in mode of goodness don't like it. You can assess where do I fit. Right? People in mode of goodness, increasing, they eat things which will increase their lifespan. Increasing longevity, purifies one's existence, gives strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. What do they eat? Nourishing, sweet, juicy, fattening, and palatable. Milk, grains, sugar, fruits, and vegetables. They eat ghee. A lot of ghee they eat. They like to eat ghee. They like to eat butter. They like to drink milk. They like to eat juicy things, not deep fried. Simple juicy things they like to eat. They're naturally, and they like to eat it warm, not like burning hot. Warm. It should be warm. Right? Not too cold. Warm. They'll buy a mud pot and they keep water in that mud pot. They're happy with that coldness. You know what I'm saying? This is already there in our culture actually. How many have mud pots in your house? Yeah. Even in summer, it's the best thing, Whatever, how much ever rich you might be, ultimately the best right temperature water in summer you'll get from mud pot only. Right? And people in more, in pure goodness, Shuddha Sattva, they eat prasad. That which is offered to God. One is, it should be offerable. The other day we had a Ram Navami function in one community that Mataji told specifically, only bring things which are allowed. We also got some onion pakoras. Also got some this, I don't know what all, but it's okay. We didn't eat it, but we kept them aside. Some things are not offerable to God. And whatever is not offerable to God, I will not eat. That is bhakti. And whatever I told, sloka number 17.7, 17.8, 17.9, 17.10. You all have Bhagavad Gita, you can open, see the sloka number, you can exactly find the reference. Okay? So somebody says tomorrow, I don't believe in all this. Which scripture is saying? What will you do? 17th chapter, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are talking about food. Bhagavad Gita is talking about food. What is your problem? Either you say that you believe Bhagavad Gita or you agree that you don't believe Bhagavad Gita. You can't tell that I follow Bhagavad Gita and you don't agree with what is given in Bhagavad Gita. And is Krishna forcing that you should only eat vegetables? Is he forcing? Is Krishna forcing that you should only eat warm things? No. He is just saying, Arjuna, the people in the mode of passion eat like this. The people in the mode of ignorance eat like this. Vedic scriptures never impose things. They give us choices. And as humans, we make the choices. We don't, declare fatwa. मेरे को अच्छा लगे इसको मार दो, खत्म. Or this area should not eat this. We don't do that. We say, this is the choice. Here is the choice. You can make your choice. Either you go up or you go down. You can go down and get 2 extra legs. You can go up and get 2 extra hands. It's up to you. If you go to Vishnuloka, what will happen? You get 2 extra hands. If you go to Patala, what will happen? You get 2 extra legs. Up to us. Everything is our choice, right? Can charity be bad? Is charity also in mode of goodness, passion, ignorance? Prabhuji, I gave charity, Prabhuji. What is the problem? When I was coming back from US, my sister, she told me, I love you. I said, I know you love me, but tell me what you want. Bring 2 label, red, black, blue. For your Jiju. For my husband. Lekar aao. Maine launga. Hey, you love your Jiju. I love my Jiju, but I'll not bring that nonsense. I'll not bring. What is wrong? It's a good thing, you should give. Is that good charity? It's not good charity. It's charity in the mode of ignorance, right? Something which will cause harm to him. Something is called, giving charity of cigarettes, alcohol. All this is charity in the mode of ignorance, right? So here also again, I'll send this presentation to all of you. Please go through that. Okay, please read it. Whatever I'm showing, it's very important. You know that what Bhagavad Gita is speaking about all these things. Performed at an improper time and an improper place to an unworthy person like a gambler or a drunkard, contemptuously without respect. So if you are giving charity without respect, some beggar came to you, Bara, tiskon bo. You might have given this much food also, but that is given in the mode of ignorance. That charity will not bring you anything good. When you are giving charity, you should be very respectful in giving charity. Respect is very important. Even to a beggar, give it with respect. Please, nicely have. Even to a Brahmana, even to a neighbor, even to a colleague, anybody, give it respectfully. Next, at a proper time, at a proper place. Give charity at a proper place also. That is very important. A proper time. And a proper item also. You should know what you are giving. Right? All these things, when you do improperly, that is charity in the mode of ignorance. Passion. Perform to get something in return with a desire for fruitive results and grudging mood. You're not you're like, I want something back. That kind of charity. Or you announce the whole world that I've done this. Whole world. If Subbarao Prabhu donated something here, nobody knows. Nobody knows. He'll not tell anybody. He donated. Telling you, or somebody gives something good for this place. Okay, it can be announced, but that should not be his goal. That it should be announced. Annunciation, right? I gave the detail announce. Photograph also, right? I have to be the center of focus. You announced here. Did you not announce there also? Probably can you go and announce there also? That is the problem. Too much expectation. Too much. Mode of charity in the mode of passion. Charity in the mode of goodness. Performed as a duty at a proper time and place to the worthy person with no expectation of material returns. To a worthy person. Very important. Don't give money to unworthy people. What is the greatest charity? Shastradan. Giving more than Annadan, Shastradan. Meaning giving knowledge. It's the greatest charity. Buy Bhagavad Gitas and give it to the whole village. Greatest charity. Sit down and tell that Bhagavad Gita knowledge to the whole village. Even greater charity. Charity of your time. For the right purpose. Right? Distribute Prashadam. Great charity. Like that. So, in pure goodness, perform for the performed only to satisfy God. I will do charity only to satisfy God. Whatever I have, I'll give. For whose satisfaction? God. Please repeat after me. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Means what? Performing for the satisfaction of God. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. For his satisfaction. Why are we doing this satsang here? Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Why are we getting away in the morning, struggling, coming here, doing, fixing all these things? Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Our goal should be very clear. Whose satisfaction are we doing? My satisfaction? Your satisfaction? No. his satisfaction. Will Krishna be pleased looking at all of us here? He'll be very pleased. Hey, these people are putting effort. I will give them knowledge. Don't worry. How you learn Bhagavad Gita, don't worry. You don't need to learn Sanskrit. You don't need to learn shlokas. You don't need to learn, remember, knowledge, nothing. Krishna will take care. You'll get the essence of it because samsiddhir haritosha. Right? So a person who is giving charity in pure mode of goodness, his focus is always samsiddhir haritosham. Samsiddhir haritosham. Like that. Shloka number 17.20. See, I'm just reading it. 17. Charity given out of duty without expectation of return at a proper time and place, and a worthy person is considered to be in the mode of goodness. 17.20, 17.21, 17.22. All these things are clearly shlokas telling you the knowledge coming out of Bhagavad Gita. So actually, when you are finishing your SSR, as I told in the beginning, you will finish more than 40% of Bhagavad Gita. Knowingly, unknowingly, you will get the whole what is there inside. Kya hai andar? Pura malum chal jayega. By the time you finish the 12 sessions, you know what is there in Bhagavad Gita. Then you start Bhagavad Gita, you will enjoy Bhagavad Gita. Because then you know where Krishna is taking you. Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. He'll take you through all the beautiful sequence. Understanding. Even understanding, my ability to understand can also be in mode of passion, goodness, ignorance, and pure goodness. Understanding. How is it possible? People in the mode of ignorance, they consider irreligion as religion. Religion as religion strives away in wrong direction. जो religion नहीं है उसको religion बोलेंगे. They'll worship people who are not worthy to be worshipped, and they'll not worship who is supposed to be worshipped. You understanding what I'm saying? They will not have the Is it wrong worshipping everybody? No, it's not wrong. But worshipping, considering everybody is same, is wrong. Am I clear on this? Is it wrong respecting everybody? No. But considering everybody should be equally respected, there is a problem. Because they don't expect like that. That is a problem. Hanumanji does not want to be respected like Ram. Agree with that? Huh? Am I saying anything wrong? Hanumanji does not want to be respected like Ram. So if you keep Hanumanji here, Ram here, and both of them you are doing the same puja, will Hanumanji like it? He'll not like. How many agree with this? I mean, you can disagree also, but you can discuss. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Respect also has to be according to how the opposite party wants to be respected. That's very, very important. You can't say that I'll blanketly respect everybody same way. No, that is why it is worship according to worship according to scriptures. We follow Shastra. We all have to learn Shastra. Biggest problem is in India, nobody has taught us Shastra. If you learn Shastra, all these mistakes will not happen. They'll not happen. You cannot do mistakes if you learn Shastra. If you don't learn Shastra, you'll only do mistakes. You'll only do mistakes. You cannot do, you should not do something because that is disrespectful to opposite person. If mother-in-law and daughter-in-law are having problems, can you discuss with both of them at the same time? You're dealing with fire. Respect separately. थोड़ी देर इनसे बात करो, थोड़ी देर उनसे बात करो. अपने आप settle हो जाएगा. But if you make the daughter-in-law in front of mother-in-law and tell her something, तू तो गया. Finished. You can't do that. You know, because both are attached to you. Both are attached to you. They expect you to be treating them special. Women expect security and respect. And that is defeated in front of another woman who has equal. See, the point here is why mother-in-law and daughter-in-law is such a common thing. Because both of them love you, the son. You are the center point. And you have to treat them equally. And you can't do it together. You have to do it properly. Right? So, it matters. Prabhuji, can you give some prasadam to that Prabhuji? You can maybe give in a plate. Prasadam has already come. No? He's leaving. Sorry. Huh? Prabhuji, He's taking? Just check it out now. Is something, yeah. Yeah. Huh? So, what was I saying? Respect in the right mode, right? Understanding, considering irreligion as religion, religion as irreligion. When you go to a temple, somebody is pulling a Rath Yatra, somebody is doing something, you should allow the priest to function according to his way, because he is doing according to scripture. You can't suddenly go and do whatever you want. Actually, Ganesh Puja should not be done like that. It's a wrong thing. There is a procedure to do Ganesh Puja. But you think Ganesh is happy? He's not happy. Whatever nonsense you do is tolerating. ప్రతి సంవత్సరం చంపుతున్నారు నన్ను. Right? All nonsense you are keeping and doing, making Ganesh sit there. But he's tolerate. He's a Vaishnav. Ganesh is a Vaishnav. He'll tolerate. Just something they're doing, let them do. But will Krishna like it? Krishna will not like it. Will Shivji like it? Lord Shiva will not like it. What nonsense you are doing with my son? कभी इस पे बिठा दिया, कभी उस पे बिठा दिया. I saw one Murti, they made Sai Baba sit and Sai Baba's thigh, Ganesh is sitting. Hare Rama. Ganesh is thinking, कहाँ बिठा दिया मेरे को? You make me sit on the thigh of my father, it's okay. किधर बिठा दिया मेरे को? Right? Think. See, I'm telling you, just because you love somebody, just because you can't mix things. You can't do khichdi there and expect that they're happy. They're not happy. There is a specific way of doing things. Anyway, so that's what people in the mode of ignorance do, right? You can see them around, they'll come and do all nonsense, thinking it is religion. Mode of passion, misguided, perverse and imperfect, cannot distinguish between religion and religion, truth and untruth, and what should be done, what should not be done. Very close to ignorance only. They will never listen also. If you go and tell them that Prabhu, according to Shastra, this is not right, according to na ishtam. Prabhuji, this will not fetch you good results. Maybe you are not doing it na ishtam. Have you seen people like that? 80% there are that category only. 80%. నా ఇష్టం, నేను చేసిందే వేదాంతం, నేను అనుకున్నదే రైట్. I don't want to understand from any Brahmana. I don't want to understand. There is a Brahmana also nor మూసుకొని చేస్తున్నారు. Tell me whom to worship, I'll worship. Same mantra, mudra, tantra, everything they'll do. Anybody you keep, they'll worship there. They're scared. Mode of goodness. Intelligently discriminates under scriptural direction between what is to be done, what not is to be done, what is to be feared and not to be feared, and what is liberating and what is binding. Very, very clear they have knowledge, because they're doing as per scriptures. If you want a good husband, you should worship Parvati. You want a good wife, you should worship Lord Shiva. You want a good body, good complexion, Ashwini Kumaras. I'm going to tell a full list now. The whole laundry list is there. This devata, whole list is there, top to bottom. Your eyebrows are not functioning properly, Nimi. You don't need to go to LV Prasad. There is a devata called Nimi. Worship him, your eyebrows will become nice. Eyelids will become normal. Not eyebrows, sorry. So there is a devata for everything. There is a whole functioning, all scientific universe. So you want to do that, mode of goodness, people do that. They go to each devata. Monday, one devata, Tuesday, one devata, Wednesday, Friday, full business. Pure goodness. I will only go to Krishna and I'll not ask for anything. I'll only ask for one thing. How can I serve you? How can I become your devotee? What did Hanumanji ask from Ram? Salary? Stipend? Benedictions? Ashtasiddhi? In Hanuman Chalisa we sing, right? Ashtasiddhi? After that? And what does it mean? What is he saying? Don't give me that. That is nonsense, Ashtasiddhi. That's a big diversion for me, Lord Ram. I want to become your servant and serve you. Don't give me Ashtasiddhi. Ashtasiddhi means what? What are the Ashtasiddhis? To become smaller than the smallest, to become larger than the largest, to walk in the air, right? to influence anybody, completely can influence, to get whatever you want. There are like siddhis, you can get that. Hanuman is saying, नहीं चाहिए, मुझे नहीं चाहिए, मुझे सिर्फ तुम्हारा सेवा चाहिए. That is pure devotion. That is people in the mode of pure goodness do. Are we following what we are discussing? Yeah. Renunciation, त्याग. मैं सब छोड़ दिया. Look at that cat. I don't know. I give up. Or one fellow is sleeping on, on what do you call that? Bed of nails with no clothes. I am renounced. Is renunciation good? It is good. It is good. Renunciation means tyagam. You're not attached to things. You should be renounced. But that can also be in mode of ignorance, mode of passion, mode of goodness and bhakti, pure goodness. How? People in the mode of renunciation consists of giving up one's prescribed duties because of illusion. The first thing they do after coming to satsang is, I'll resign. I don't want to do job anymore. I don't want to business anymore. I don't want to earn anymore. Right? Spirituality means I'll sit down, I'll not do anything. Improper understanding, improper application. After hearing Bhagavad Gita, what did Arjuna do? He went to Himalayas. What did he do? War. Bhagavad Gita doesn't make you dutyless. It makes you perform your duty perfectly and choose the right duty, highest duty, right? Highest dharma. So performs giving up, renunciation. People in the mode of ignorance just give up things without proper understanding. People in the mode of passion consists of giving up one's prescribed duty because of fear, because of they appear troublesome. Whatever they don't like, they'll get rid of it, and they say, "Tyag." It's like, for 1 year I will not eat Karela. That is my Bhishma Pratigya. What is the greatest in that? Anybody can do that Pratigya here? Anybody can do. Again. 1 year I will not eat motichur laddu. That's a very problem. For me, it is a big problem. I don't like motichur laddu. I'm just telling you example. Right? For 1 year I will not eat khichdi. That's a very big problem. I like khichdi. Sacrifice. What is the definition of sacrifice? Giving up something that you like for a definite benefit in future. That is called sacrifice. Definition of tyagam. Tyag matlab kya? Giving up something that you like for a certain benefit in future. That should be there. It's not like I'm just sacrificing, no benefit only. No, you should not sacrifice anything for no benefit. There should be a benefit. Because in scripture, there is a benefit given for every sacrifice. If you perform Ekadashi, Vrat, every 15 days, you don't eat grain, you only eat fruits or little water, maintain the upavas, that fellow got a Nobel Prize, saying that your age span will increase. It was already there in our scriptures. Perform Ekadashi on those full moon days. When the moon is full, the water is disturbing. All the ocean is, tides are high. That day, if you eat food that will retain water, what will happen inside? Waves will start. Diseases will come. You'll die soon. On Ekadashi day, we don't eat anything that will retain water. If you eat grains, it will retain water. If you eat fruits, immediately the water will go out. Is that true? Yeah. Scientifically also, it's good to do Ekadashi Vrat. Your age span will increase. You will not get certain diseases. And spiritually also, there is a whole explanation of why we perform Ekadashi. I'll send a lecture for that also. You can go through 1 hour nicely. Why we do Ekadashi? How is it beneficial? Once in 50 days, fasting. It's already there. It's already there. Intermediary fasting, all that we are trying. It's already there. When to fast, on which day you have to fast. Right? Mode of goodness. Consider performing one's prescribed duties because they ought to be done and abandoning attachment to the fruits of one's work. I'll do it. Even if I get result or not, I'll continue to do. And finally, for the enjoyment of Krishna. I will do it. I'll do renunciation only for his enjoyment. The Ekadashi Vrat, I do it for Krishna's enjoyment, not for my enjoyment. Are you all following, Provision Mataji? I'm going a little fast here. Yeah. So what are the shloka number? 18.73. Everything, whatever I've told here is already mentioned. 17.56. Austerity, tapasya. People in the mode of ignorance foolishly perform tapasya, obstinate to self-torture or destroy or injure others. If I am doing fasting for a political purpose, you know that is a sin. You can't do fasting on other days. You should not. When you're supposed to eat, you're supposed to eat. You can't sit and there, I'm fasting for this reason. You're torturing your body, and your body belongs not to you, to Krishna. You cannot do that. That's mode of ignorance. Austerity in the mode of ignorance. Right? Perform to gain respect, honor, and reverence brings only unstable temporary results. Right? They perform it only for result-oriented passion. Goodness, perform with faith, without desire for one's material benefit, includes bodily speech, mental austerities. I will not speak bad. I will not use bad words. How many have taken that oath? You can take that oath. I will not use any swear words. I will not use any bad words for the rest of my life. No matter how angry I'll become, I'll not use it. Is it austerity? Yes. Is it good for you? Yes. It's good for you. We should do that. It's difficult because we have a conditioning. But work on it. Right? This is what people in the mode of goodness do. They take up austerities for long-term benefits. People in pure goodness for the satisfaction of Krishna. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Right? Shloka number 17.14, 17.15. Talk about it. Knowledge. What is real knowledge? Knowledge also is there in Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattoguna, pure. You can go through that. Right? Very meager, unrelated to absolute truth, breeds attachment to one kind of work as all in all, concerned only with bodily comforts, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, and so resembles the knowledge of animals. What do they teach in IITs, IIMs, ISB, CA Institute, MBA? What do they teach? Knowledge in the mode of eating, mating, sleeping, defending. Ignorant knowledge. That is equal knowledge that animals have. That's all. Nothing higher than that. Knowledge in the mode of passion gives rise to speculative doctrines and theories through which one can see the body as the self and consciousness as a temporary byproduct of the body, rules out the existence of eternal individual soul within. Basically, this knowledge is philosophical knowledge. People like to read philosophy. See, again, every time I say CA Institute and this and that, don't get offended. Point I'm trying to make is that is not a goal of life. That knowledge will not remove us from this world. It will keep us in this world. If understanding what I'm saying, every knowledge is respectable, whether it is material knowledge or spiritual knowledge. But you should understand, what do you get out of that knowledge? By doing all this, by getting material knowledge, you get a good job. Through that good job, you get good food, good house to live. That's all it is. But the people who live with that knowledge live in this world continuously. They keep coming back again and again. Janma mrityu jara vyadi, janma mrityu jara vyadi. They keep coming back again and again. That is why it is called ignorant knowledge. Not disrespectful knowledge, ignorant knowledge. But people in the mode of passion, they want philosophy. And they want to prove that this is good for me. In that knowledge also, they'll see how they can take advantage of the knowledge. You following? People in the mode of goodness gives rise to vision of undivided spiritual force within the body, meaning spiritual knowledge. Spiritual knowledge comes into mode of goodness. Knowledge which will make you remember that you are not the body, you are the soul. The knowledge that keeps you motivating towards that is called mode of goodness. So people, if you have three friends, one friend is always attending satsangs, he is like very keen on learning more, he's reading books, he is in mode of goodness. There is one person who keeps talking philosophy only to his advantage, mode of passion. One person who is just speaking about what is the best Amazon deal, mode of ignorance. Pure goodness enables one to see all living beings, eternal individuals, spiritual servants. They will see every living entity. They'll see God in everybody, including an ant, including a dog, including a human. Everybody, they'll see God. They'll respect everybody. Even if there is a small bird, they'll see Krishna in that bird. Bird is not Krishna. Krishna is in that bird. Right? What is it? Shloka? Pandita Samadarshina. A Pandita means the one who sees everybody equally, meaning he sees the God in everybody. It's called Pandita Samadarshina. Say Pandita Samadarshina. Yes. Yeah. 14.16. The result of pious action is pure and is said to be in mode of goodness. Action, behavior during action. Right? This is also there. In action also, people in mode of ignorance, irresponsible actions, violent actions, distressing to others, performed in illusion without consideration of scriptures, and causes future bondage and consequences. Whatever they do have karmic results. They keep doing it, and they are very expert in insulting others. People in the mode of ignorance. They are very expert in shouting in others. Right? They're very expert in making people feel bad about themselves. Right? Appraisal time. People in the mode of passion, performed under false egotism and with great effort to satisfy one's desires and enjoy the fruits of his work, results in distress. Again, they just do it for their satisfaction. When you keep doing work for your satisfaction, at one point you'll get distressed. Because you'll not get satisfaction everywhere, isn't it? If you work throughout the year thinking you'll get a good appraisal, will you be happy throughout the year? Throughout the year, you will be in anxiety only. But a good worker is a worker who will just do his best and wait what comes. And whatever comes, he'll continue his good work because he likes to work. He enjoys his work also. That is also a factor. Performed under scriptural regulations as a matter of duty without attachment and without love and hate, and by one who renounces the fruits of his actions in purification, goodness. So he performs as per scripture. See how important Krishna is saying again and again, do lead a life according to Shastra. See, for us, unfortunately, Shastra has become a Brahman's book in India. Shastra is our book. Whether you are a Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya, whatever you are, Brahmana, everybody needs to read Shastra. It's a misconception created through movies and media that knowledge is given only to some sections of people in India. No, knowledge is for everybody. Knowledge is for everybody. Whoever uses that knowledge properly, you have to serve that person. Brahmanas can use that knowledge properly, so you serve the Brahmanas. But knowledge is also given to Shudras. Ramanujacharya's guru was a Shudra. You know that? Ramanujacharya is a great Ramanujacharya, right? Statue of equality we have. Who was his guru? Kanchipurna. And Kanchipurna was a Shudra. And Ramanujacharya would say, Kanchipurna, you have the greatest. How many years have gone to Varadaraj temple? You know Varadaraj temple in Tamil Nadu? Yeah. Varadaraj will be standing like this all the time giving var. So people always go, Varadaraj, please, sanctioned. And can I tell a story? 5 minutes? Too much philosophy. Let's get a small story. Right? Yeah. So Varadaraj was worshipped by Kanchi, by Kanchipurna. So Varadaraj temple was on the hill and Kanchipurna would go every day and he would serve Varadaraj. Kanchipurna is Shudra, but such a nice priest in himself, such a nice devotee that Varadaraj would talk to him. So Kanchipurna is coming with a plate of something in the hall and Varadaraj will be like, Aaj kya lekar aaye? Huh? Are you in a good mood? Can we talk now? What is going on? Varadaraj in Kanchipurna, yeah, I'm doing nice. Taking care of things. He used to talk to Varadaraj. And everybody in the town knew that Kanchipurna is talking to Varadaraj. Right? So once one person came. He came and asked Kanchipurna that, can you go and ask Varadaraj something on my behalf? You speak to him every day, right? He doesn't speak to us. For us, he is like this only. But for you, he speaks. Since he speaks to you, I'll ask something about me. Can you ask? Kanchipurna is a devotee. I say, yeah, I'll ask. Tell me what you want. After I die, will I go to Varadaraj? Will I go to Vaikunta? Can you ask? So Kanchipurna, like, yeah, I can ask. So this day Kanchipurna goes, he keeps his plate, Aarti plate, this, that is Varadaraj looking. Tell me what, do you want to ask me something today? He's Paramatma, he knows everything. So Kanchipurna, yeah, I have something, not for me. One person came, he serves in the temple, he does some nice things. He helps me. So he wants to ask a question. Can I ask? Varadaraj, you can ask. Go ahead. Whatever you want to ask, you can ask. After that person dies, will he come back to you? Will you take him to your abode? Will he come to Vaikunta? Varadaraj says, Tadastu, Pakka he'll come. Immediately he'll go outside, he'll call that fellow. Hey, come here. I asked, he told you'll go to Vaikunta. That person becomes so happy that, I'm going to Vaikunta after I die. So when will I die? I'm ready to die. Because I'm going to Vaikunta. And he starts jumping everywhere in Kanchipuram. He'll go. I'm going to Vaikunta. I'm going to Vaikunta. Kanchipurna told I'm going to Vaikunta. Kanchipurna told I'm going to Vaikunta. People, who told? Kanchipurna told. Why did Kanchipurna tell? I went and asked Kanchipurna. He went and asked Varadaraj. Immediately next day, what happens? Big line outside the temple. Everybody is asking, Kanchipurna, you want to ask something? Can you ask on our behalf? What is it? Will I go to Vaikunta? Will I go to Vaikunta? Kanchipurna is there. I'll ask. Then Kanchipurna, it takes everybody's whole town. He goes to God and he says, this person asked, this is Varadaraj, this person asked, this person. Will all of them go to your abode? Tadastu. Everybody will come back to me. And the entire town is in festival. Everybody jumping. We're all going back to Vaikunta after you're dead, So happy. Then suddenly Kanchipurna gets it out. I never asked. What about me? Then he goes to Kanchi, Varadaraj. Varadaraj is like this. Varadaraj? Yeah. What about me? Will I come to Vaikunta after I die? No, you will not come. Huh? He'll immediately, that plate will fall down on the floor. All the service that he's doing, like, what is this? I am serving you. I'm taking care of everything that you want. I'm fanning you. In summer I'm fanning you. In doing abhishekam to you, keeping you cool, giving you everything that you need. I will not go to Vaikunta. What is this? Can anybody here answer? Why? Huh? But everybody were doubtful. Nah? They also asked. What Varadaraj says, anyone who serves my devotee will come to me. You are directly serving me. Beech mein kaun hai? Then Varadaraj is like, then Kanchipurna, this is too much. And nobody told me this. Immediately runs to Goshtipurna. I think there is another devotee. Becomes a servant in his house without knowledge. And he serves him for like 6-7 months. And finally they find out, hey, it's Kanchipurna. Sure, Kanchipurna is serving in her house like a servant. Then they ask, why are you doing this? And Varadaraj told. Then he goes back. You go, enough, you're done. Go now. We can't. Already we accumulated so much papam by, making you serve in our house. Then Kanchipurna goes to Varadaraj. Then when he's serving there, he doesn't ask. Then he says, you'll come to me. You'll come to me. So every time you can go to Tamil Nadu, you can go to the temple. Beautiful temple. Varadaraj temple. Varadaraj Swami temple. Kanchipuram. People go to Kanchi for Kanchi saris. But you should go for Kanchipurna. Right? The devotee. So such devotees' behavior, it will always be in bhakti. Pure goodness. How is the story? Nice. Too much philosophy. Yeah, I know. Determination. Determination also, how determined you are to do things can also be in Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattva-guna. People in the mode of ignorance, how are they determined? Cannot go beyond daydreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, moroseness, and illusion. They just daydream. They'll sit like this. Very temple aega. Chal, I'll go and sleep now. By the time I get up, all temples will come. That is mode of ignorance. Determination mode of ignorance. Determination in the mode of fearfulness. They're very fearful. Moroseness, illusion. They're always very dull-headed. No activeness. Bhakti means sona. Right? No activeness. They're not focused. Ignorance. Fixed upon securing the fruits of religion, economic development, sense gratification. They want to get some recognition back. वो कौन डोनेट किया? वो टेंपल कौन बनाया? राइट? मेरे बाप का नाम लिखो. because I gave that stone. I gave that Dwadastambam. Udar liko, idhar liko. Ghanta, मैं दिया, मेरा नाम रहना घंटे पे. इదంతా ఏంది? Mode of passion. Rajagunam. I want to be known. I want to be known. I want to be known. Like that. They'll construct big temple also. But for what? Not Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Samsiddhir Nanatoshanam. Me. Not Haritoshanam. Mode of goodness. Practically unbreakable, sustained and steadfastness by yoga, which controls the activities of mind, life and senses. They can control their senses, their life, and they are always determined. Their determination cannot be brought down. No matter what you do, their life is ruined. Still they'll continue in bhakti. Still they'll keep doing what they're doing. Can you give an example like that? We are sitting in his temple, Hanumanji. Isn't it? Always determined. Could anything bring his determination down? When Hanumanji jumped, on the way he got 4 hurdles. First hurdle was his father's friend, Vayudeva's friend. And he had big palace on that island. He said, Hanumanji, I know you are going. Come here now. 1 bedroom, one night you can take rest and go. I'm going to serve my mother Sita. Lord Ram, don't disturb me in between. I don't want. No, you are insulting me. I'm your father's friend. How can you say no? You have to come here. No, I'll not come. Nothing will stop me from going ahead. Then one big Rakshashi shall come. Surasa, I think. I forgot her name. Simhika. Simhika also will come. The 2 Rakshas will come. One will capture the shadow. Right? Pull him down. He'll go into her body, will rip her apart. And there is another Rakshashi who will tell, unless you go through my mouth, you cannot go forward. Then what does Hanumanji do? He becomes big. I am bigger than you. I'll become bigger than you. I'll become bigger than you. I'll become bigger than you. Hanumanji becomes so big, so huge. Bigger than planet Earth. This lady will become even bigger than him. Suddenly, he'll become so small and go through her mouth and come outside and say, okay, I've done it. Only a devotee can do that. He doesn't mind becoming small. Rakshasa always wants to become big. Isn't it? Rakshasa always wants to become big. But a devotee doesn't mind becoming small in service of God. And finally, Lankini. Right? So all these hurdles, he will never stop. That is people in the mode of goodness. They'll never stop. Whatever happens, they'll not stop their charity. They'll not stop their austerity. They'll not stop their all the activities they do for purity. They'll not stop. People in the mode of pure goodness, fully engaged in Krishna consciousness and never deviated by anything else. They will only do for Krishna's benefit. If somebody says for your benefit, I say, I don't want that yajna. Prabhu, there are so many people deceased in your house. Why don't you do yajna? No, Prabhu. I don't want any yajna. I'll only do for Krishna. Harinam yajna I'll do for Krishna's happiness. Does it mean you should not do? If we are at that state, if you become pure devotees, you can stop all that. But still you can do. Narsimha Home you can do. Right? Sudarsha Home you can do. For the goodness of your family. But by my family's goodness, what am I going to use the family for? Krishna consciousness. See, you can make it into bhakti. Can you worship Lakshmi Devi to get more money? Can a devotee worship Lakshmi Devi to get more money? He can worship to build a temple for Narayan. Is it okay? We are not for Vairagya, we are for Yukta Vairagya. Can you all say Yukta Vairagya? We are not behind Vairagya. Double bed the shivering, we are not that characters. We will take money. Once one person went and told Prabhupada, how much money you need? Prabhupada told, I want all the world's money because I want to use it for Krishna. Do we need money? Yes, we need money for Krishna. Start a business, earn 100 crores. No problem. Earn 100 crores. Use that 100 crores to make a 100 crore temple here. That is bhakti. Following? Yukta Vairagya is more important than just Vairagya. I'll stop this, stop that. I'll not eat this, eat that. I'll not go there, here, there. Why do you get into all that? Do everything for Krishna. For Krishna. There are some devotees who work in airport. Lovesh Prabhu, earlier Lalit Mohan Prabhu, they used to work in airport. You know what they do in airport? Whenever they see a devotee, they go and give prasadam. Somebody is transiting. Some sannyasi is transiting through Hyderabad. There is a flight delay. 4 hours is sitting in the airport. Immediately they'll cook. They'll call their wife. Make ready and devotee has come. Immediately they'll go home, get the prasadam, give it to them. Utilizing their opportunity in service of devotees. And they're very happy with that. Right? Yukta Vairagya. Remember this principle of Yukta Vairagya. Very unique for Vaishnavas. We are not against using material things. I'm not against using mic. I'm not against using webcam. I'm not against using laptop. I'll use science in service of God. I'll not use science to reject God. Scientifically, I can't see God, so I don't believe in God. No. I'll use science to see God. Are you all okay? Yeah. So determination also. Now Krishna is saying, when one dies in the mode of goodness, he attains the pure higher planets. When one dies in the mode of passion, it takes birth among those engaged in fruitive activities in Gachibowli, Madhapur, Narsingi. When one dies in mode of ignorance, it takes birth in animal kingdom. I was trying to make it more personal. If you die in mode of passion, where will you come? Where will you work? ADP payroll, Infosys, where you work? Salesforce.com. So these all people are the people who died in passion. They came back. They're again continuing the same job. Okay, people in the mode of ignorance, where they'll go? Animal kingdom. All different sounds. Right? They'll keep going around there. People in the mode of goodness, higher planets. Somarasa, Menaka dancing. Right? They'll sit there. Nice enjoyment. But after credit card balance gets over, what will happen? Ra. You've gone around, come back. Right? Come back again. Work like a donkey. Create that pious. Do Satyanamratam, do this Vratam, do that Vratam. Pious credit, pious bank balance. Then what? Then you'll go? Higher planets. Then what will you do? Credit card balance over. Then what will happen? Rara. Will come back again. So people in the mode of goodness keep rotating, but they have better enjoyment, kind of enjoyment, but they keep rotating. Right? So happiness also is the mode of ignorance, passion, and goodness. Yeah. Happiness for the people in mode of ignorance, we are almost done. Last. Blind to self-realization. Their happiness is nothing to do with self-realization. They don't want to do anything related to God or anything. Happiness. I want to be happy. I'm the center of attention. If I'm dancing, everybody should see. Right? So that is their focus. But when devotees dance, only God sees. We are not, look at me, how am I dancing? We make everybody dance. We pull people. Come, dance, let's dance, right? Like that. So their happiness comes out of sleep, laziness, and illusion. How are you happy? Pandukutta madavastad was. Pakka mode of ignorance. For them, happiness means sleeping. Right? An illusion. Happiness and mode of passion derived from contact of senses, sense objects, sexual enjoyment, or touching anything, eating, tongue, enjoyment, like I want taste, sensual enjoyment. Their happiness is only dependent. If that is stopped, they can't survive. Right? Mode of passion. Mode of goodness, compared to poison in the beginning and nectar at the end, because it involves control of mind and senses and awakens self-realization. They're ready to take austerities. They want higher happiness. Right? In the beginning, it's difficult. Who likes chanting? Oh, I don't like chanting. I'll still chant. Because at the end, this is the highest enjoyment. Now it is not. But when Krishna gives us the taste, then Rupa Goswami says that, Krishna, why did you give me one mouth and 2 ears? You would have given me million mouths and millions of ears, because your taste of your name is so nice. Goswami is saying he was actually experiencing the taste of holy name. Krishna, Rama, Hare. But we are not right now. Because it's in the beginning, it's like poison, nectar at the end. Our ancestors also, our elders also used to tell, when you're young, you should work hard. When you're old, you can rest. Have you heard this? But what are today's children being trained? Young, relax. Old, काम करके मरो. Reverse. If you study well now, you'll get good job, you'll be relaxed. If you don't study well now, you'll not get. Our culture has that. Our culture has that, right? So it might taste like poison in the beginning, but nectar at the end. This is what people in the world of goodness do. They'll take up austerities even if they don't like, but it is for their long-term good. Now, pure goodness derived from service rendered by purified soul to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in an eternal loving relationship, ever increasing ecstasy, unparalleled by mundane experience or emotion. They are so much enjoying day after day, week after week, serving God. And there is so many festivals. There is so much nice things to hear, right? Nice things to give. Like today evening, we are having satsang in one Mataji's house. Her name is Surabhi Mataji in Ramki Towers. Right? More than 100 people are coming. What will you do? Nice Krishna Katha. Nice Prashadam. Don't ask me what all. Right? And nice dance. And all families are learning something good. Is that a good thing to do? Right? Who wants it every Sunday? Who wants it every Saturday, Sunday? Zyada ho gaya kya? Who wants it every day? Can you take that much enjoyment every day? Just imagine, you don't have to work. Every morning you have to come here. We'll sit under the tree, discuss, kirtan, dance, prasad, hari bol. You want a life like that? तदास्तु बोलेंगे ऊपर से. चाहिए नहीं चाहिए? मेरे को तो चाहिए रे बाबा. तुम लोग खड़ो. I want that life only. I'm sorry, I'm just saying we have to aspire for that. It exists. That is Vaikunta, where Narayan is sitting with Lakshmi Devi. He's continuously telling nice things, doing, and all of them are serving Narayan. They don't have to punch any time card or time sheet or salary or nothing is there. They're getting all the resources. They're nicely happy. That place exists, and we want to go there. Kya Vinod bro? Huh? How many believe that place exists? Vaikunta exists? It exists. It is there. Once one person came to Prabhupada and he told, Prabhupada, you're telling me to stop this, stop that, stop. What if at the end God doesn't exist? Pura sal, no onion, no garlic, no this, no that, maar diya madam. At the end, we die and God is not there. Then Prabhupada gave a beautiful answer. He said, see, even if God is not there, I think my life has been filled with enjoyment. I had wonderful people around me. I was surrounded by beautiful people, right? And everybody were doing service. We were dancing, we are feasting, we are enjoying, right? Satsangs, relationships. I think it's worth living like this. But for you, who didn't do any of this, what if God is there? Tab kya karega? At least I led a good life till death. What will happen to you? It's okay, chant. So devotional life is always sublime, always nice. You'll only hear good things, good people. I might be the only fellow who has gone to maximum number of houses in my home. Kya, Vinod bro? Is that true? Okay, let us take a challenge here. Chalo. Let me ask. Who has eaten in more than one house, except your house, in anybody else's house in my home? Avatar. Lift your hand. Who has eaten in 2 houses in my home? Avatar. 3 houses. You've gone to their house, they respectively treated you, and you had prasadam in their house. 3 houses? 4? 5? 6? 7? 8? I have eaten in 14 houses. 14 houses took the risk of allowing me inside. and a blissfulness. Prabhuji also invited me to this, right? That is the beauty of satsang. Is that nice? Right? In devotional life, you actually enjoy life with Krishna. With Krishna, you enjoy life. You take Krishna everywhere. Nice, yeah. Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol. Right? Everybody is nice to you. Nobody speaks ill words. Nobody speaks bad about you. Nobody thinks bad about you. And you also don't think bad about anybody. Right? Who used the amphitheater here? Hari bol. Apan log use kiya hai ki nahi, bro? So nice every morning, amphitheater. Same setup with amphitheater. So nice. So life is very good with devotion. Without devotion, kya hai? Kuch bhi nahi hai. Destination after death. Where do ignorant people go? The hellish worlds and animal world. Animal world, we know. What is hellish world? Amazon, Microsoft. Mode of passion. The association of fruitivity workers on earth planets. Again, companies, Infosys, Wipro, all they fit in there. Passion. I want to come back and work. Come back and work. Come back and work. बोलते हैं ना, I'll make properties before I die for my grandchildren. They all fit in this category. I am the doer. Just do it. Nike. The mode of passion. They all fall here. They keep doing it, dying, doing it, dying, doing it, dying. Do you want to do that? Next life, 3 apartments in Aparna. Next life, okay, we'll go to Telapur. Villa in Telapur, right? Next life, 2 more apartments here. Who wants that goal of life? Anybody here? Huh? Just finish that. Some people have that goal. They all fit in mode of passion. Mode of goodness. Heavenly planets. I want to go to heaven. How many here want to go to heaven? Ramba, Urvashi, Menaka. Credit card balance. Then come back. Who want to do that? It's more torturing, right? How many people really enjoy vacation in Mauritius? If I give you 7 days to go to Mauritius, in your busy work schedule, you took 7 days vacation, you went to Mauritius. Do you think you'll really enjoy Mauritius? From the day you landed there, you'll start counting days. Is that true? When will it get over? Malli Gachibowli. Mauritius to Gachibowli. Come back and work like a donkey. Westerners, what do? They work like a donkey. They go on 1 month vacation. Again, what do they go back and do? Donkey work. Right? Have you heard of our ancestors taking vacations? Their ancestors never took vacation. Because their life itself was vacation. Their routine itself was so satisfying, they never needed a vacation. They never needed a vacation. All festivals, Deepavali, Sankranti, Ugadi, right? Dasara, Ram Navami, Krishnashtami. Festival. Every other 2 months, they are preparing for the festival. All houses and villages are filled with bliss. They never needed to go to any dham also. Right? And they had so many temples. Such a rich culture we lived in. Now we want vacation. Who wants vacation? Who is completely tortured and butchered? He needs a vacation. Few days they'll go out and come. Those people need vacation. Isn't it? Pure goodness, the eternal abode. He'll go to the eternal abode. Where do you want to go? Eternal place or temporary place? Kahan jana hai? Eternal place. We want to go to a place from where no one returns. Hari bol. So what mode am I in? What mode are you in? कोई बात नहीं कर रहा है. 14.10. Sometimes the mode of goodness becomes prominent, defeating the modes of passion and ignorance. Oh, son of Bharata. Sometimes the mode of passion defeats the goodness and ignorance, and other times ignorance defeats the goodness and passion. And in this way, there is always a competition for supremacy. None of us are in mode of goodness all the time, mode of passion all the time, mode of ignorance all the time. It's a mix. It's up to us which is the one prominent will define our character. If mode of goodness is defining prominence, that means we are leading a sattvic life. Mode of ignorance is prominent means we are leading animalistic life, like that. And Krishna gives a very nice final conclusion. So what is the best mode? What is the best mode? Goodness, passion, or ignorance? Actually, all 3 are a problem because all 3 will keep you in this world. Pure goodness is the best. Please repeat after me. Traigunya Vishaya Aveda Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvasto Niryogakshemamatmavan. Please repeat after me. The Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes of material nature. O Arjuna, become transcendental to these three modes. Be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self. So before the war, why is this part of Bhagavad Gita? Before the war, Krishna is telling Arjuna, don't do war to come into goodness. Don't do war to become a saint. Don't do war to take your revenge, passion, and ignorance. Don't do war to kill people. Do war for my satisfaction. Krishna's satisfaction. Right? Do your duty for God's satisfaction. Traigunya Vishya Veda, Nishtraigunya Bhavarjuna, Dhandva Nitva Sattvasto, Yoga Kshema Matman. Don't think about comfort, safety, insurance. Don't think about all this nonsense. Lead a life purposeful and for my satisfaction. You'll come back to me. So bhakti is about the three modes. If you want to be in these three modes, you will be here only. Goodness, you'll go up and down, up and down, up and down. Credit card, payment, credit card, payment. Right? Otherwise, so intelligent people, they go for bhakti. Less intelligent people will go for mukti. Right? Mukti means for temporary. They'll go and again come back. There is a difference between mukti and bhakti. Bhakti means even if Krishna doesn't take me, I'm still enjoying here. See what happens. Worst case kya hoga? Leelanand Das will not go to God. But what will he be doing? Kya karte rahega? Some tree he'll choose, he'll sit down there. Again, acha prasad he'll enjoy. Wonderful people he'll see. Take their association. Happy enjoyment. Kya farak padta hai? Whether Vaikuntha or Bhuloka. For a devotee, it doesn't matter where are you, which situation you are, you will enjoy. If somebody puts a bad case on me, puts me in jail, jail में क्या करेगा? यही करेगा जो यहाँ कर रहे. उनको बिठाओ, बात करो. त्रैगुण्य विषय वेदा निस्त्रैगुण्य भावर्जुना. Criminal will be sitting. I am in mode of ignorance. I found out. Knowledge. Devotee is a devotee wherever he is. Right? You are enjoying. So, can anybody stop our enjoyment? Nobody can stop our enjoyment. So, a devotee doesn't even wish, a pure devotee doesn't even wish Vaikuntha. Lord Narasimhadev is telling Prahlad, Prahlad, ask something. Ask something. Prahlad is saying, I don't want anything. Whatever you give is a disturbance for me. Unnecessarily, you'll give something. I'll ask that. Then I'll get diverted. I don't want anything. God is running behind a devotee telling, I'll give you. Liberation is standing at his doorstep. Mukti. People ask, Mukti or Mukti or Mukti. Mukti is standing at our doorstep asking, please take me. And devotee is like, time nahi. I don't have time. I don't want Mukti. I only want Bhakti. Right? The one who is in devotion is always happy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So please thoroughly study this presentation. I will send it to you. Right? And you can go through it. It's a very important aspect, three modes. How did you like it? Is it okay? Good knowledge? Three modes of material nature. A lot of people never knew, right? This is there in Bhagavad Gita. Major portion of Bhagavad Gita covers this. Because Krishna wants us to surpass the three modes. He wants us to come out of the three modes and find happiness in the self. Happiness is not outside. Happiness is inside. A person who finds happiness outside will become unhappy as soon as the current goes away. Because Jabardast serial will stop. Where will you laugh? That fellow has to make you laugh. Then only you can laugh. Isn't it? Whereas the person who finds happiness inside, it doesn't matter what serial is running outside, he'll be happy inside. Because he's experiencing God's presence. Right? So we'll sing little Narshing Arti. Yes, you have a question? In Vishuddha Tattva also, the three modes are there, but the devotee uses them in bhakti. Devotee uses all the modes also in bhakti. Like Arjuna used mode of passion to serve Krishna. You can't do war in mode of goodness. In mode of goodness, you'll go in front of the enemy and say, Dandot Pranam, Prabhu. आप अच्छे मैं अच्छा. War कैसे करोगे? For war, you need mode of passion. For war, you need mode of passion. So Arjuna took mode of passion to do the war for his satisfaction. You have to see blood. You have to see gory. You have to cut somebody's head off. You need mode of ignorance for that. He used mode of ignorance for his satisfaction. Did not get attached. Are you following? A devotee can use everything in service of Krishna. Did it answer? Any other questions? What mode are you in? You have to introspect. And slowly we all have to come to mode of pure goodness. Slowly it will happen. It is not going to happen overnight, Prabhus and Matajis. Some people will take more time. If you think your wife is taking more time, allow her to take. If you're thinking your husband is taking more time, allow her to take. Don't force anybody in bhakti. It has to come automatically, slowly. But one thing you can force them is ask them to come and eat prasadam. Because this will do miracle. It will directly take you from mode of ignorance to pure goodness. Prasadam has that potency. Don't think we are just serving vegetarian food here. No. It is offered to God. It has different potency. And it will change a lot of things in you. Without your awareness, you will change. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahaladadaine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Chilatankana Kalaye. Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho. Yato Yato Yahami Tato Narasimho. Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho. Nara Singhamadhim Sharanam Prapadye. Tabakara Kamala Bare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Brungam Keshabhadrata Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamala Bare Nakam Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Branga Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Jaya Narasimha Dev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jai Jai Gurudev Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. भक्त विघ्नाश नरसिंह देव भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, श्रील गुरुदेव की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल, हरे कृष्णा. Thank you very much for coming. We finished this modes of material nature. Next week topic will be on Guru, so don't miss that. Who is a Guru? How can you find the right Guru? And so many other things, right? So it will only get more and more deeper subject matters we'll get into. So Hare Krishna. Thank you. Please accept Prashadam before you leave. Hare Krishna.